Good evening. So I'm back. Well, not back. If this is the first video that you're watching, hi. I'm super silly. If y'all haven't noticed, watch a couple of my previous videos. Y'all will learn that about me. Okay, so hold on. There's hair in my face. Okay, so let's talk really quick about another topic that I talked about, and that topic is called resetting your business. So I've discussed the business plan in a previous video. Please watch that. This one is about resetting your business. So let's stop for a second and think, what does that mean? Because people are probably like, reset my business. What? I've been doing this for so long. Why would I start all over? Exactly. Because you've been doing it for so long. When you reset something, what happens? You're wiping everything out and you're starting over. We're entering in a new year. Sometimes you need to reset things because it doesn't always work the way you want it to. So what I do is I reset my business every so often. And what that entails for me is that I literally bring my business back down to black and white, pen and paper. The same way I write out my business plan, I write out the tactics that I'm going to take to reset my business. And it's not necessarily saying that I want to start over, because every month our business, we reset, we go back to zero. So no matter how awesome we were the month before, when we hit the first of that next month, we automatically reset to zero. So why not take that entire business as we enter in the new year? Take your business back down to zero. Take your business back down to the basics and reset your business. Build it to what you want it to have. Now, some of us may say, I am on this high and I love it. Awesome. Keep building from that. You can reset from a high note, because what you're going to do is you're going to take everything that you are doing right now that is getting you where you want it to go, and you're going to elevate from it. You're going to write down the things that you need to do to keep achieving where you are and to go past where you are at right now. You're going to cut to the nitty gritty. You're going to get to the base of what you are doing and why you are doing it. Resetting your business just means to shift it. Resetting your business just means to start over. Doesn't matter what your business is. Even if you're watching this video and you're like, oh my God, I really want to start my own business, whether you want to join Sensi or join this or join that or do whatever it is that you want to do. Why do you want to do it? Like, you got to come up with a plan. And that's when you reset your business. You come up with this plan. What I do is, when I reset my business, I write down the things that worked and the things that didn't work. I do not leave that gray area when I do it. Why? Because I need to figure out a concrete plan of what works. The things that don't work, you always have that element to possibly fix it or do away with it at all. Like, so you have the things that work for you. You put the things that work for you in this pot and you keep stacking on the things that work. You have this other pot of the things that sort of kind of work, don't work. I don't know. I want to try it again. So you try it. And if it works, I say try anything for about a month. Give it about a month or two. And I know we only got 12 months in a year. So you got to really try to figure out what you want to do. Don't come up with 1,400 ideas. I learned that I have to stop watching what other people do and saying, I'm going to do that because I'm going to be just as successful as they are. I got to stop doing that. I stopped doing that. I stopped doing that. Why? One, their customers are not my customers. Their customers might love that. My customers be like, why is she trying that? I don't want to do that. I don't like that. Let's bring the whole Naija back. Let's not do that. You got to get to know your customers. So if you are doing that and it doesn't work, stop. 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 Stop buying all of the things. Stop doing all of the things that don't work for you. You take the things that don't work and you put them in a do not work pile and you trash them. If it is something that has the potential to work because you tried it and you got very little success, and you feel if you try it again, you would get more success, put that into the keep pile. Build from it, work on it, execute it, be done, right? Keep it in your repertoire of things you like to do. If you do something and you're like, I don't like how I did that, but I think if I do it this way, it'll work. take it out of this pile, put it into this pile after you have fixed it. Remember, don't take it out of the I gotta maybe fix you, you might not work pile and put it into the work pile without putting in the work that it's going to take to put it in the work pile. Does that make sense? You can't just say, you can't just say, I'm going to do all of the things. I'm going to do all the things because Michelle does all the things. I don't know who Michelle is. Michelle does all the things, and Michelle is very successful. I used to live vicariously through people, and I had to stop. And that is when I put the reset my business in play. Watch my story about how I lost my business and came back. You'll understand kind of why. So I stopped doing it. I stopped doing it. I did. I stopped doing it because it didn't work for me. I caught myself doing it like a year ago, and I was like, this isn't working for me. I have so much stuff that I've never used before. For pouch parties, for bundles. Like, I got so many things, and I was like, pause, reset, start over. That doesn't work. Pause, reset. That doesn't work. Pause. Yes, that works. Let's keep that. Let's take this block right here and let's build from it. You don't want shifty foundation. Like, you want your foundation to be solid. And if you got to keep resetting your foundation, so what? So what? Do it. Do it. Do it. Reset it. Doesn't matter. If your foundation isn't solid, your business is going to be wobbly. And we all know what happens when we wobble, you know? So we don't want that to happen. We want to make sure that everything we are setting out, we are achieving. It is going to be hard. It's going to be moments when you just want to take the whole business, shake it up, throw it out. That's when you hit the reset. And you pause. You reset. You regroup. That's all resetting is. Resetting is regrouping. I just like the word reset. And then you do it again. It doesn't matter how many pieces of paper you go through. It doesn't matter how many books you go through. It doesn't matter how many training videos you watch. It doesn't matter if you're not putting in the work. I can write a legit, like, everything. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And if you don't apply it, it's not going to work. So, boom, you got to reset again. Because you didn't wasted 3 months out of the 12 months that we have on I shoulda, coulda, woulda, maybe this is going to work. And that's okay. But you do not want it to be wasted time. You want to take every moment that you have. And you want to, my hand is itching. You want to take every moment that you have and you want to execute your business to the best of your ability, no matter how big, no matter how small. Go back to doing those IPAs. Go back to doing those daily power hours. Go back to doing all of the things that you did that worked for you. Go back to the nitty gritty if you have to. Go back to why you started this business and how you got to where you are. And if you're not too sure, awesome. Figure it out. And if you can't figure it out and you think what you're doing right now isn't working, pause it, reset it, start over. It is okay to keep hitting the reset button. There's no limit. You can only hit the reset button 4 times. This is your business. But reset it to start the new year off right. Have a mindset and have a game plan that this is what you want to execute. Why? Because without this plan, what are you going to do? I know for me, like, I can't go to the grocery store without a list. I can't. I end up spending all this unnecessary money on things I don't need. I get home, I unpack, and I'm like, where's the chicken broth and the tomato soup and the broccoli? But I got everything else that I don't need. Write it down. When you reset your business, on the top of the paper, you should write, resetting my business. Why are you resetting your business? What new things do you plan on putting into your business? And how are you going to execute it? Resetting your business is usually about 3 to 4 very simple steps. Why you're doing it, What do you want to come out of it? How are you going to achieve it? In the things that you've achieved. It's not going to all be one boom. It happened and I'm just doing it. Sometimes it happens like that. You're going to have those months when you're really on this high note and you're like, yay, I got it. Yay. And then there are going to be those times where you're just like, oh my God, I can't get a sale to save my life. What am I doing wrong? That mindset right there. It's not what you're doing wrong. Sometimes some people just don't want the things. Sometimes some people just don't know we have the things. Sometimes they know we have it, they just can't afford it. Sometimes they know we have it, they can afford it, they don't know how to get it. There's 1,000,001 things that you can hypothetically figure out and try to say that you know why something isn't working, and you really don't know why unless that person has told you this is why. So don't blame yourself. Just look at what it is and reset it. Like, write it down, reset it. If it's not working, reset it. If it's working and you like it, pause it, shift it, keep going. You know what I mean? It's not to basically say, oh my God, I have to start all over again from the very beginning. Oh my God, I was so successful and I wonder what happened. Because everyone feels like there's a time in their business when they have to check out. There's been plenty of times I would just like throw the whole business away. I'm done. And then I would get a text message. I would get a review on my business page. I would get an order. You know, those kind of things will kind of keep me going. So you have to take that same momentum when you reset your business and just write it down. I know y'all probably like, but I want to use my phone. Use your phone. I would honestly say, write it down. It will save you a lot of heartache. It will save you a lot of stress. It will save you a lot of the things that you will go through. I'm a big fan of writing things down. I write down everything just about. I have a notepad in my purse. Just in case I get inspired by something, I got to write it down. Or just in case I get an idea. Or just in case I need to give somebody my contact number for whatever reason. I don't have a business card. Or I need to get somebody else's contact information for whatever reason. I don't have my phone. I got a pen and a piece of paper. Write that down. Write down when you met the person and write down briefly what the conversation was about so you remember when you go back and talk to that person what y'all was supposed to be talking about. Reset. Introduce new things to your business when you reset. Don't reset and do the same thing. Reset and think of new things to make your business different. So one thing that I would say doing, if you don't go live at least once. If you don't make samples at least once. If you don't have a Facebook page, create a Facebook page. Only one. Create it. If you don't have business cards, create your business cards. If you have all of these things and you're like, I'm still not doing it, double it up, except for the business cards. Don't buy double the business cards until you get rid of your first business cards. That's something that my sponsor taught me about 3 years ago, that she does not order new business cards until she's out of the old business cards. And so sorry. And I've learned that and I've stuck with that. Doesn't matter. I have to be down to the very bare before I go ahead and order new business cards. So I hope y'all understand what it means to reset. I hope y'all understand that it's not starting over from the bottom, but it is starting over from the bottom. It is you doing the things to reestablish who you are in this business. I get it all the time. There's so many consultants in my area. What am I supposed to do? Did y'all not hear me just say my sponsor lives about 10 minutes from me. And she has a whole separate clientele than I do. There's a couple of other people around here in my area. And the way you find that out is you go to Scentsy.com and type in your zip code. And you can see how many other consultants there are around you. Because they're all within your zip code. Don't let that intimidate you. Do something that stands out. Like, I handwrite so much stuff. Like, my customers absolutely dig it. My customers absolutely appreciate it. My customers look forward to it. So I think if I was to ever stop handwriting something, my customers would probably be like, what's wrong with her? Who took her? I think she got kidnapped by aliens. We need to go get her back. It is the personalized touches that I will continue to do in my business as long as I can. that have my customers thinking like, oh, I do mean something, you know? You have to look at it from a customer point of view. So if what you're doing isn't working, you think, what can I do that is working? If you have questions, ask the question. There's no such thing as a stupid question. It doesn't matter if this question was posted 6 months ago on the message board. Post it again. You didn't see it 6 months ago. You don't have time to see it. I work a full-time job. I don't have time to go back and scroll through messages to see what somebody said. So I'll post it. And I'm just that kind of person. But that's just me. So we're going to take a minute. We're going to write our business plan. And we're going to also reset our business. Watch the business plan video first. And then you'll kind of understand why I keep saying it. But I think that's it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to reset your business. It is perfectly fine. If you want to talk through it first, call me. I will definitely talk you through the process of resetting your business because it can be a bit scary. It can. It's life. This is your life, you know? So it can be a bit scary. So I would just say, let's talk through it. Let's start at what we need to do first. And you need to revamp your why. Like, without that, it makes no sense. Those are the things that I think that I need to talk about. So I'm going to go ahead and post this so y'all can see it. So, peace.